Not too long ago, I was really struggling to get consistent meetings with potential clients for my SMMA or freelancing business. I was doing cold calls, cold emails, Facebook outreach, LinkedIn outreach, sending Loom videos all day, only for them to not get viewed or for them to just turn me down. This is obviously extremely unstable. There was no systems in place for the clients to come to me. And not only that, but it's very disheartening because I was working all day and barely getting any results. Now, that was the case until I finally felt like I cracked the code. What we got going on today, man?
We got a lot of videos to make today. Akash has a lot of hiring to do today.
So Arun's working on some client videos right now. We are on the hunt for client, or not for clients, for team members. We're hiring more editors because we pretty much completely switched the service delivery that we're doing. I've done social media marketing and stuff for a while now. I created a video the day that I decided, all right, this is something that I want to pursue. So it's been a while. First, I started with e-commerce marketing, move on to social media managing. Finally, I kind of was like, you know what? I've been editing videos for a long time. I love YouTube. I'm a complete nerd and most likely addicted to the platform. So why don't we just dive into that? So that's pretty much what we did. And right now we're a content editing agency, I guess you can say, or a team. I don't like the word agency because agency makes it seem like I'm just hiring random people and outsourcing the work. So for like branding reasons, I'm gonna call it an agency, but I like to think of it as a team or a firm. I take on these editors and I train them, and then only then do I actually bring them on the team and then, you know, have them help out clients. Right now we are profiting not enough money in my opinion. My goal is to build this income stream where I can make a full-time income where I only work like maybe 2 to 3 hours a day. Right now I'm front loading a lot of things because I have to create the systems, I have to hire the right people. Well, as I did that, you see Arun laying down, saying hiring the right people, sleeping pretty much. The main important thing is it's really easy for me to get clients, knock on wood, super easy to get clients. So the only thing is how fast can I hire people and train them to take care of these clients? What do you think, Arun?
Yeah, it's definitely just trying to find the people has been hard.
The way I've branded myself and the way that I've developed my portfolio and my approach to getting clients just makes it easy to get clients. And that's the one thing that I struggled with the most for like the first year or 2 years that I've been doing this agency stuff. It took me a while to kind of like figure it out, you know, just a lot of trial and error. So that's why I'm selling a course to teach you how to do it yourself. That's a half joke. I'm thinking about doing coaching though and consulting for it. I also have a meeting with a new potential client. They're going to be worth at least 2.2K a month. As we increase the workload, I think they can be worth close to like 4 or 5, maybe even $6,000 a month. Little did I know this $5,000 or $6,000 a month was quickly going to become $0 per month. All right, so right when I finished recording that last clip, I got a message from the prospect and they said they're going to be canceling the meeting and they decided not to move forward. Now, usually I'd be stressed out about this, but when you have consistent meetings with new prospects, one meeting gets canceled, it's not that big of a deal. Hi.
Hola.
All right, dropping off mom to work. Grandma is here just to say what's up.
Hola, thank you.
Although SMMA is a simple business model, it doesn't mean that it's easy and that you won't run into problems. And when you inevitably do run into problems, it's important to have a why that keeps you going. My why is retiring my mom and dad and showing my grandparents that all the hard work and sacrifices they've made as I was growing up was worth it. I don't feel like I have to buy them a mansion or Ferrari or anything, but if I can at least prove to them that it's possible to earn enough money where as a family we no longer have constant financial stress, then I'll feel accomplished. And the cracked windshield right here is a great example. It's probably only $100 to fix, but $100 feels like a lot to me right now, and I'd much rather have that money invested into the team somehow. So here's exactly how I'm able to get clients without doing cold calls, writing thousands of cold emails, running any ads, doing any of that stuff. I like to use 2 platforms, one of them being Instagram and one of them being Upwork. It's taken me a long time to create this kind of system. Okay, I've taken lots of courses. I've taken courses on sales, Facebook ads, Google ads courses, sales courses, cold calling, LinkedIn outreach. I've taken a lot of different ones, all right? So I've kind of combined the knowledge of all these courses and I've taken the main principles to really apply it to what I'm trying to do, which is get new clients for the service that I offer. And of course, build the system that I use today to consistently get these clients. Now, in my experience, I've used this to get clients for both advertising, so Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, Google ads, as well as clients for management services, so like Instagram management, YouTube management, video editing, graphic designing, stuff like that. And if you're a beginner, you don't know where to start, then I highly recommend starting with social media management or some sort of creative service. And the reason is because, first of all, big shout out to Montel Gordon and Agency Transmutation, where he really emphasizes doing social social media management as kind of a stepping stone business in order to get to those higher ticket clients, right? Now, I was really hesitant to do this before I kind of like joined his program and talked to him about this. But I took Montel's advice, I switched services, and I started offering social media management. In the beginning, I struggled a lot and it was really bumpy, but eventually after consistently pivoting and trying new things and just throwing everything at the wall, I figured out a service that I really enjoy offering, which has been social media video editing and YouTube management. So trust me, if you're struggling with your SMMA or freelancing business, don't be afraid to pivot and continue adjusting your services, because eventually you will find a sweet spot where you enjoy the service that you offer and at the same time there's a high demand for it. Cool, so let's get to the fundamentals of Upwork and Instagram outreach and how I'm consistently getting clients. At the end of the day, it comes down to personal branding, okay? What exactly are you offering? How are you branding yourself as a freelancer, or how are you branding your agency? What are you specializing in? Notice how for my services, I didn't just say I am a video editor or we offer video editing. I say social media video editing with a specialization on YouTube management and YouTube videos. You could also be a TikTok ads video editor. You could be like a Facebook ads video editor. You could be a YouTube thumbnail graphic designer. Figure out something that's a specialty and really brand yourself as a specialist for that service. Now, you might be thinking that you're putting yourself in a corner or preventing clients from other categories from working with you. Two reasons why that's not the case. First of all, if someone knows you can edit YouTube videos, they know that you can edit other types of videos too. They know that you'll be able to do it because at the end of the day, it's video editing. There are different strategies for different types of videos, so which is why people want to work with specialists. But I have gotten multiple people who want help with their ad videos, YouTube ads and whatnot, even though that's not what I specifically try to sell. I don't do ads anymore. I really just help with like organic growth. And the second thing is, it's way better to have a specialty, because that way it's a lot easier to hire people and replicate your service and train them on this one special thing that you're offering, rather than offering a buffet of different services in different industries. For example, let's use a classic example of offering Facebook ads to chiropractors or dentists, right? Now, if you focus on Facebook ads specifically for dentists, eventually you'll figure out that there's a step-by-step system. You know, okay, we do this, we take, you know, this step A through Z. And not only that, but you'll have a multitude of clients to analyze data from and apply to other client accounts. So you can see that, okay, for a majority of our clients, this new offer has been working, so why don't we apply this same offer to our other clients in different areas, right? Same kind of thing for video editing and for YouTube management. It's like, well, we can see a pattern in our other clients. This type of thumbnail is working, this type of video topic is working, this is trending, so why don't we try that on our other client accounts? And that way it's just a lot easier to grow as a team and just be efficient and improve on your services as well. It's just way better to have like one thing that you really specialize in and that you really get good at. So once you figure that out, now you have to make sure your profile picture is professional, your profile is professional, it's clean, you have a portfolio, you have some sort of call to action in your bio. So for Instagram, maybe it's to DM you, and on Upwork, maybe it's to invite you for a proposal or invite you to a job. You might be thinking, but Akash, I do not have a portfolio. I am brand new to this. What do I do? Look, no big deal. We can just create a mock portfolio. Okay, now all you have to do here is, like I said, if you're a YouTube thumbnail designer, just simply design a bunch of thumbnails, put it in a presentation, create some sort of document where you have all of them and you explain why your thumbnails outperform other thumbnails, and that's pretty much it. And then that way, when you're applying to prospects or applying to jobs and applying to projects and reaching out to people in the DMs, you can send them your portfolio so they can know that you're the real deal. Okay, great. So now you have everything set up. How do you actually get these clients? Well, now is like, this is where the real effort comes in, okay? So it's time to do some outreach, basically. Trust me, compared to like cold calls, at least in my experience for the service that I'm offering and the services that I've tried out, compared to doing cold calls or LinkedIn outreach or cold emails, this way is a lot better. It's a lot more efficient, but it's still like, it's not a piece of cake. It's not like you're gonna do one outreach and you'll get a client. You might. It's probably not gonna happen. You're probably gonna do different reiterations. So I'm just saying, have proper expectations. It's not like an overnight success thing. This is not a get rich quick thing. You're learning the systems to get rich in the long term, almost guaranteed. I mean, these are all principles that you can apply to any kind of business model as well. So you have the advantage of learning all that as well. So anyways, before I digress into something else, let's talk about outreach. So for IG, this means you are DMing people. Now I recommend creating some sort of flow chart so that for every possibility of the conversation, every possible outcome, you have a solution or you already have like a pre-planned script, okay? I also recommend having, and by the way, I'll pop that up in the screen somewhere here. I already have a flow chart that I created. I also recommend tracking your outreach, okay? So have an outreach tracker as well. I'll pop up my outreach tracker somewhere here. It's very simple to make. And lastly, you just want to make sure you have a good offer, because when you're starting off, it could be hard to get clients, especially if you don't already have a solid portfolio and case studies and whatnot. So a really good offer helps you. So I'll go ahead and help you create the flowchart, the outreach tracker I'll give to you, and I'll help you with the offer as well if you join my coaching program. Yes, I decided in the middle of filming this, like, you know what, I'm just going to launch the beta version of the coaching program, because either way, that's something that I want to do. So I work with you one-on-one. All right, I'm just going to read this because I keep messing up, but I work one-on-one with you for a whole entire month, and I'll teach you everything I know about consistently getting clients, and I guarantee that you'll get a paying client using the strategies that I show you, right? As the little presidential thing that people do when they're presidents. This is the first time I'm ever doing this. So for the first 5 people, I'm giving 50% off of the beta initial launch kind of thing. The next 5 people will get 40% off, and that's it. 10 people, that's all I can handle right now. Like I said, this is like the beta initial launch. I'm still running the agency, so I don't have enough time to work one-on-one with a bunch of people. So 10 people, that's it. I teach you everything I know. Let's get back into the video. Okay, so for Upwork, we create kind of a similar system. We want to create a script so that for every single proposal you send out, you can pretty much just copy and paste this, and it'll make it really, really efficient for you to send it out. Obviously, we want to have some personalization in there as well in the right places. And you know, the same thing with Instagram, you want to make sure that you're tracking your outreach. That way you can tell, you can reverse engineer how many outreach you need to do every single day to get a new client every single week. You can figure out which offers are working the best, or which services that you're pitching are working the best and getting you clients faster. Now, after you stay consistent with your outreach, you'll get clients and you'll have consistent meetings in no time. Usually I'll send them a Calendly link for the specific date and time that they're available. That way we can hop on the Zoom call, we'll kind of have a meeting. And I already created an initial meeting script, and it's not like a script where, you know, I read it word from word. It's just kind of like a rough bullet point kind of thing. So it's really, really loose, but that way the conversation is a lot more fluent. It's a lot more natural, instead of me sounding like a robot or like a telemarketer. Because at the end of the day, you want to genuinely see if you can help your clients. The discovery call, it's not meant for you to like be super salesy and just like force this person to try and work with you and manipulate them. It's to really qualify them and to show them that, you know, you truly can help them with their issues. So eventually, when you have enough clients and you have enough money coming in, you're going to start outsourcing and hiring these tasks. That way you can just kind of make sure that the whole ship is running. You can make sure that the clients are happy, that all the systems are in place, and you don't really have to do much else, right? So you can hire someone to help you with the outreach. You'll obviously hire someone to do the service delivery as well, so that way you're not doing the service delivery and the outreach and growing the business and thinking about the next picture, blah, blah, blah. That's too much. You want to make sure that you're only focusing on growing the actual business. Hiring is like a whole entire video on its own, so I'm not going to talk about that here, but you want to make sure that you're really, really careful about hiring. I believe in sports talk, right? They say championships are won during the draft. I think that's the thing, but it's the same concept. All right, the championships are truly won in the draft, and in the beginning you're in a tricky situation, in a very nuanced situation of having little funds, right? Little to no funds, so you can't hire the biggest and the best of the talent, but at the same time you don't want to hire someone who's completely new, who you have to train from scratch. So there's kind of a balance you have to reach there, and you know, there's systems that are created for that as well. But like I said, that's probably going to be in a future video. But I also talk about that in my coaching program, and I'm not going to say. Once you combine everything, it creates a system that eliminates any stress of thinking, when am I going to get a new client? Am I going to get a new client? I need to get this meeting. I need to close this deal, blah, 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 blah. And instead, you're going to be worrying about, well, what do I want to do with this business? Do I want to grow it into a really big business? Do I want to keep it at like 10 to 15K profit a month, where I can just live a digital nomad life and have low stress and have it semi-passive and kind of outsource all the tasks? Like, what is it that you want to do with the business, right? It's a vessel that you're making, it's this system that you're making, and you know, where do you want to take it? Where does it evolve? For me personally, I can't ever see myself completely giving this business away or selling it or anything like that. I don't want it to be a huge business either. I like the idea of having a small team and just providing services to a small niche group. I really like that. If this business could grow into a business that does $500,000 a year, where I have like decent profit margins and I don't have to work all the time, where it's like semi-passive, you know, I only work once in a while and act more as like a board member rather than an operating officer or like an operating CEO, where I'm there like every single day doing daily tasks. If I can get to that point, that would be awesome, but we'll see how it goes. I have a long ways to go for sure, but if you want to join the journey and learn along the way, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram at AkashConvert, and consider joining my coaching program. Like I said, you're guaranteed to get a client. I teach you strategies that I actively use in my own business, and we work one-on-one for a custom personalized approach. So again, DM me on IG at AkashConvert. I can only handle 10 people. That's it. All right. So 50% off for the first 5, 40% off for the next 5. And that is all for the initial beta launch. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.